Hi there, thank you for joining me today. This is At Home with Kayla Price, and I'm Kayla. If you aren't already a subscriber, I would invite you to do that and see what you think of this video. Hopefully you will enjoy it and give me a thumbs up. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about fashion trends for 2022 and maybe even a little bit about how us classic dressers or folks who aren't going to go get an entire new wardrobe might be able to work them into our wardrobe. Now the funny thing is, just like every year, there are so many hundreds of trends for the new year that we'll read about and hear about, but actually what sticks around and what lasts throughout the year, how do we know? We're yet to see. But something I do think that will continue to be around is our love of comfortable athleisure, loungewear, whatever you want to call it. So in some of these regards, we might want to think about what's new for 2022 or what's still hanging around for 2022 and how do we apply them to our loungewear or to our own personal style. So let me get started with an overall influence which has already kind of been out there, but it will continue and get stronger, and that is the 1990s. So you can expect to see more bright colors, yay. Now, does that mean you have to get rid of everything black in your wardrobe? Not at all. Again, you can easily throw in a bright colored sweater or a bright colored scarf or a bright colored purse and get the effect without having to go out and get an entire new wardrobe. But do look for bright colors. You'll be seeing much more of those. I do have a list in front of me so I can keep on topic and keep running through things. Also, boxy shirts, boxy coats, boxy jackets, we're seeing a lot more of that. I still, strangely enough, have a nice warm coat that is from the 1990s, and it is most definitely boxy. It's got paisley on it, of course, so it is one that I'm glad I still have it because it's gonna fit right in with our new trends. Also hot is what I was taught was a New Jersey jumpsuit. So a denim top with a denim bottom. Of course, I'm thinking again 1990s, you're gonna have your darker mom jeans on bottom and a denim, probably paler shirt on top. So don't forget your New Jersey jumpsuit. Hoop earrings are also gonna be big. Of course, for some folks, they've never gone out of style, but they're, I think, going to be back for us common folks, and I still have mine, thank goodness. Biker shorts. We saw a lot of those last year, especially with knitted shorts, but they're not going anywhere, and I will not be rocking them, but some people will. Flared jeans, wow. They weren't great the first time around, but they're back in some ways. So I am liking the silhouette for wider leg jeans in particular. You can get too wide, especially since I'm short. So some of the extra fabric and width is much better on a very tall person who can carry off that amount of fabric. But for us shorter gals, we're gonna need to stick more straight or just a tiny flare, or else we're gonna make ourselves look swallowed up by the fabric or shorter than we already are. Crop tops. Again, we've been seeing a lot of those the last year, but again, I won't be wearing it because my midriff is not worthy of being seen, trust me. Overalls are making it back. I loved my Levi's overall shorts, denim. We all had it. Y'all may remember it if you're old enough, but that sort of thing is back. So good gracious. Hair scrunchies, we've been seeing those. They're still going to be out there. Of course, all these things, imagine them in brighter colors. platform loafers, especially Doc Martens. We remember the Doc Martens from the 90s. And then grunge outfits. And if you look on any of the, popular retail outlets for clothes, the fashion photos that they're showing are definitely got more of the grunge look, the, top ponytail braid with the big hoop earrings, bright lipstick, bright makeup. So definitely a throwback to the 1990s. Now also juxtaposing with that is the Y2k is back. And I don't know, maybe that has something to do with, we all thought it was the end of the world back then, and maybe with what's going on in our health world right now, we're all thinking it could be the end of the world as well. But look for things that are indicative of the Y2K, such as low rise, which is totally opposite of the high rise. So pretty much no matter what you like, it's going to be in style. Also look for cropped cardigans. I'm seeing a lot of cropped anything or hitting right at the waist, which I don't like to wear anymore, because then when you raise your hand, you still get the midriff, and no one wants to see my midriff, including me. So the cropped cardigans, seeing a lot of even cropped shirts, sweaters, tops, whatever it may be. And then lots of butterflies. I am seeing, last night I was digging around on some different sites, and there were the butterfly necklaces and all the butterfly things. So keep an eye out for those. Some other more specific details we're going to be seeing again these last few years. Large sleeves, very voluminous sleeves, statement sleeves have been in style, and they're going to continue to be. Now, again, as a petite girl and as someone who is 54, I find it very hard to carry those off. But I have learned a little secret that may or may not help you. Try it, see if it works. Let me know what you think. This is an example. This is a quilted sweater, very classic. The brand is Sell to Sable. I really like that brand. This is just a top that, you don't have to be 20 to get away with wearing it, but you don't have to be 90 either. It's just a good buildable classic piece, and it's kind of warm since we are in winter. My secret for you is this. This has the gathered shoulders, as hopefully you can see. A proper fitted shirt, this seam right here, the shoulder seam, is going to hit right at the spot where your arm and your shoulder intersect. So where you get the downward slope for your arm. So for me, that is right here. But notice my seam is actually hitting here. That is one way when you are more petite, or if you have wide shoulders, or even if you think that something might be a little too youthful looking for you, for your age. That is a secret you can use, because people can't really tell, if that makes sense, because the sleeves naturally poof out. Then it's going to look like they do hit in the right spot, and it's going to make your body frame just look a little narrower, which adds height. It can add youth when you're narrower through your top area. So keep that in mind, see if that works out. You may even, if it's something fuller through the bodice, you might be able to size down a little bit just to get that shorter shoulder length. So keep that in mind, and with something such as this, no one's going to actually know that you've cheated. So with something sheer, it might look like it's ill-fitting, but give it a go, see what you think. Okay, also hot. Ooh, cat suits. I'll be avoiding those unless it's Halloween, but yeah, cat suits. And for those who can carry it off, more power to you. Chain belts. I love chain belts. Now, you probably what comes to mind are Chanel chain belts, and those are quite nice and quite lovely, but you can also get some really affordable ones from more affordable retailers, including Amazon. So look for some chain belts. Of course, gold has been back for a while, so if you like to wear gold, get a gold one. If you like to wear silver, get a silver tone one. Just whatever color works for you, baubles, no baubles. There's tons to choose from, but they are a good way to be stylish without breaking the bank or, you know, really going out there with like a catsuit trend. Now, trust me, if I could rock it, I would wear the catsuit with the chain belt, but I can't rock it. So, also another trend is a very micro small blazer, which again kind of goes opposite to the oversized jackets and blazers that I mentioned earlier. But if you can, again, get away with something being cropped or short, there you go. Go for that micro blazer and you will be on trend. Shiny fabrics and embellishments are also hot this season, so keep that in mind. And it's not necessarily for formal wear or evening wear, just getting a little bit more excitement in clothing pieces, things such as fringe that we're seeing a lot of. I've never been a big fringe person, but it's back, and if you like fringe, this is going to be the year for you. Also going along with that 1990s that I mentioned earlier, brightly colored handbags. We've been seeing that with some of the high-end retailers already, such as Bottega Veneta. Also, I had a little brain blip there. Chanel, you're seeing a lot of brighter colors with Chanel. You're starting to see kind of that neon look a lot of times. The bright pinks, the bright greens, the bright yellows, the cobalt blues, just beautiful colors that are more joyful to look at and happier to look at than sometimes what we usually think of as winter wear, which is the dark colors, blacks, navies, burgundies, that sort of thing. And I am wearing black, but oh goodness, please forgive me. Mini skirts are hot. Yay! I've been waiting for that to come back. I won't be wearing a mini skirt, but you know, I think for all of these fashions are things that we can adopt from them. So although I might not wear a mini skirt, instead of choosing a long skirt, which is also in style, more of the column long skirt, I could choose something that hit right at the knee or just the top of the knee. I'm not ever really going to show my thigh anymore at this age, but I think that kind of gives an illusion of a shorter skirt while still keeping modesty or not showing thunder thighs like I have, if that is a worry for you. And like I mentioned, very long column skirts with large slits are in. So that is something I could wear much more easy. I am starting to see even the wrap skirts from the 90s that y'all may remember. Oversized shirts, totally 90s. High-rise wide leg jeans and pants, totally 90s. Bold graphic patterns and stripes, as you've probably noticed, are hot. Of course, I keep thinking more of 60s on that, but then when I think back, probably late 80s, early 90s, there was a lot of that as well. I remember some of the shirts and tennis shoes and things like that that I had. Definitely had some bold graphic patterns. Chunky loafers, and I love chunky loafers, and that is something that is ageless. We can all wear, so keep that in mind. Fringe and trailing pieces, as I mentioned, and I'm not just talking on dresses. So fringe, we all, you know, can think of sleeve application, yoke application, at bottom of a top application, bottom of pants. But with the trailing pieces, it's not tiny little shreds of fabric that are fringe. It is maybe a long swath hanging off a shirt or a coat or a couple of pieces even. I saw, where did I see it? It was an ivory outfit, and I can't remember now if the 2 pieces of fabric were coming off the shirt or the waistband of the pants, but it was a pair of pants with 2 pieces of fabric going all the way, you know, to the length of the pants. So trailing pieces are hot. Not really for me. Don't think they would work in my life. They'd probably get caught on a fence post or shut in the car door or something, but they are hot, and I am seeing them a lot of places. Bare skin is also hot. Probably not a trend I will adopt either, but you're gonna keep seeing, we started seeing this last year, lots of cutouts, like a dress might look normal in the front, but then be backless or have part of a sweater missing in the back. So midriff, sheer fabrics, cutouts, those are all gonna continue. A lot of low-rise pants with bra tops so that you get a big middle section showing. That will also be hot. Dark denim, I love dark denim. It is back. Pearls are really big, and of course for me, pearls never went out of style, but you're gonna see, you know, just more pearls that are natural shapes and forms, not necessarily round pearls or strings of pearls, although those are perfectly acceptable, but a more free form organic pearl is also very in style. Knits and crochets and sweater vest and all those, to me, more 70s looking things, but they do get into the 80s and somewhat the 90s. Those are also hot. And then pleated skirts are a big one in midi length. So I have pretty much covered every category of clothing out there, but I do think that all of these are still going to be applied to the comfort and lounge scene. So if you have your pleated midi skirt, it might have an elastic waist and you would wear it with a sweater that came to your waist. It could, another application, it could be in a very bright color or in a shiny fabric. So all of these have some component that are probably somewhat adaptable for us, even though I made fun of the cat suit. I mean, a cat suit in and of itself isn't a bad thing. It might be really cute with a skirt over it so that you get the effect of the cat suit without bearing a region that you might not want to show, which for me would be my B words, my bottom and my belly. So anyway, just a few things for you to keep in mind as you are out there shopping. Now, I am a classic dresser, or at least I try to be. That is where I'm most happy. If you're like me, then again, I would just do small nods to these trends so that you're not stuck with a very expensive, out of style, whatever it may be that you only wore once or twice. So good luck in your fashion shopping. If you'd like to see more fashion videos, please let me know below in the comments. If you have anything you want to share or how you'll be working these trends into your daily wardrobe, then please put that below as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you back next weekend. Bye for now.